Our expedition through the Ecuadorian Amazonia continues. We went to one of the most dangerous tribes in the world, the Waorani, and talked to their chief that remembers very well how he would kill people with his own hands before the tribe made contact with civilization. I have killed 16. It didn't matter to us who those people were. We got unique testimonies on the attack of uncontacted groups. My husband was impaled with a spear. They just held him still like that, blood everywhere. We were shocked how cruel are the modern Waorani, even still killing by the laws of blood feud. About 13 people went to look for the uncontacted ones because they killed about 60 men, women and children. We found out that most Waorani have already been actively enjoying the blessing of civilization. However, they still prefer jungle to shop for getting their groceries. Wild jungle, extreme adventures, just a normal walk to the vegetable garden for the locals. Today we will discover the greatest secret of the indigenous people, the mystery of the deadly poisons curare and barbasco. Your poison is boiling over. Put out the fire. This insidious poison can send a person to the kingdom come. Does it kill fast? In 2 or 3 minutes. Scary. We'll unveil the secret of the poisoned arrows that kept Europeans in horror for centuries. Warm blood dissolves dry poison and it starts acting. We'll even test the poison on ourselves. Poison's ready, try it! My friends, one of the deadliest poisons on the earth. The world inside out with Dmytro Komarov, Ecuador. Since ancient times, the indigenous people had unique knowledge of making deadly poisons. In the times of the kings and court intrigues, they commonly used different poisons to settle the score. Nowadays, special services of many countries use the silent force of poisons that scares the whole humanity. The most dangerous indigenous people of Ecuador, the Waorani, are still using the deadly substances in their daily lives. It's just normal routine for them. Today, the men of the village plan to go hunting, and we will have a unique chance to see how they are hunting using the legendary curare poison. Come on in, guys! Vaponi daureki. Tell me, what's waiting for us today? We will hunt a monkey or a boar, whatever we find. Is this the spitting thing? Yes, you hunt monkeys with this pipe. I hit it. Strangely enough, even after 10 years of doing the show World Inside Out and after going hunting with many different tribes, we have never seen these blowguns. My friends, this is a legendary kind of hunting. However, we will show it for the first time. Show me how to use it before we go to the forest. Okay. I have never thought this pipe was so long. I thought it's shorter. The Waorani blowguns are 3 to 4 meters long. As a result, the arrow gains great speed and can hit a target at up to 70 meters. Let's see how it works. Can you see? He takes this piece of cotton. What is it made of? It's from the cotton tree. He takes a piece of cotton, then you need to fluff it and roll a ball out of it. It's like a cotton swab, but with more cotton. And you need to lick it. This cotton ball fits snugly inside, so when you blow into the pipe, it comes out under high pressure. The arrow accelerates along the pipe made of a palm tree and hits the target. Show me how to shoot this spitting thing. To be honest, I'm quite skeptical. On the first sight, this pipe looks like a very primitive tool. It seems impossible to hit any target with it. My friends, stop. Don't shoot yet. Let's test it. I'll hang a leaf on a tree and you'll try to hit it. I just rest this purple leaf here like that. You can see it very well. Let's measure the distance. 1, 2, 3. 12 meters. Let's start. Hit it. He hit the target. Sasha, come on. Look. It went through and stuck in the tree. He's accurate. It looks like I underestimate the Waorani weapon. Hey, bachelor, you're so cool! You know, I'm not married. Why didn't you take your sister along for me? Single ladies, be careful with this guy. He's dangerous. Ginto, show me how it's done. 1, 2. Where did it go? The arrow stuck in the pipe. A misfire happened, Ginter. What happened and why? Maybe an ant crawled in the pipe. Can you imagine? A misfire can happen if an ant crawls in the pipe. Look what I'm doing. It's a rod for cleaning the pipe. How did they clean the pipes in ancient times when there were no rods? A palm tree grows in the forest. You can use it to make a long stick. Another evidence that the indigenous people protect their traditions but are not appalled at new technologies. Yes, there's an ant. A wire is wrapped around the rod. They cleaned the pipe and pulled an ant out of it. Who's next to shoot? Come on, look. Here it is. Look, they don't joke around. Of course, I can't miss the opportunity to try shooting this unusual weapon. Guys, which pipe will be the most suited for me? Take mine. I want to explain, I'm not a hunter. I don't kill animals, but I respect your tradition. So I will try shooting here. In the forest through, I will only watch you. Help me load it. How do you aim? You look at your target, you take a deep breath, and you exhale forcefully through your mouth. Like this. Let's try this. It's heavy. I won't hit anything. Please go out all the way. An unexperienced shooter here. Dog, go away. Man, everyone go away. Listen. I just looked at this leaf and directed the pipe this way. I hit a point about 10 centimeters from the target. As you can see, I almost hit the target at my first try. I would never think that a weapon made out of a palm tree is as well calibrated as they say even a broken clock is right twice a day. I'm impressed. A good shot, wasn't it? You'd be a good hunter. So much for the primitive weapons. These blowguns are silent and incredibly precise. They become absolutely deadly in the field because before going hunting, the men soak the arrows in poison. Guys, I want to emphasize that we trained with unpoisoned arrows. Here are the poisoned ones. When the curare poison dries, the arrowhead becomes black. Why do you make this nick with the teeth of piranha? If an animal tries to pull out the arrow, it will break and stay in its body. I see. Why do you need it to break? For the poison to work properly, the arrowhead has to stay in the body for as long as possible. Do animals die quickly from this poison? In about 10 or 15 minutes. Do curare also use this method? Yes, our traditions and culture are similar. I've seen how you hit your target from 12 meters. When we went down the river and crossed the curare zone, the boat was about 10 to 12 meters from them. Theoretically, they could have hit it. These arrows are rarely used on people because a person can easily remove it and the poison won't work. So it depends on how long it's in the body. Yes, that's why it's more effective to use spears against people. We need to prepare more poison before we go hunting. Let's go! To get both poison and food, the Waorani go to the jungle. We go to get the main ingredient of the Waorani hunting, the legendary curare poison. Curare is considered to be one of the most dangerous poisons in the world. In times of Columbus, indigenous people used it against European explorers. This is the liana that gives us the poison. Strychnos toxifera is a vine. Its lianas are not as thin as we are used to, but rather remind a piece of wood up to 10 centimeters wide. Over centuries, the Waorani learned how to choose a raw material for the deadly poison. How do you call the curare poison in your language? Ome. It's not that easy to get the poison. Firstly, you need to climb a tree and chop the liana down. Here you go. He made a loop out of liana to climb a tree with its help. Here you can see how he fixes his position with this loop. We have already seen this method in many places. Here they use a liana instead of a rope. It's impressive how dexterously they can climb trees. Like a monkey. He chops it down from above. The whole liana will fall down in a moment. A very long one, it's about 25 meters long. Look out. Look how long it is. We can measure it approximately 1, 2, 5. Considering that it's double, it makes 10 meters. Here's the second edge, 11. There's about 1 meter left behind my feet. 21, 22, 23, 24 meters approximately. This is surely impressive. This is a liana, my friends. I will cut it in halves. It has juice in it. Is it poisonous or not yet? No, it's just bitter. Yeah, very bitter. Rather than from this bitter juice, the curare poison is made from bark. It concentrates the most amount of the toxic substance. It doesn't separate easily, so the Waorani take knives and scrape it, not moving anywhere for a long time. Guys, look how many bugs. How can you stand it? I don't understand. I would twitch like this. I try to be cool about it. They really devour us with no mercy. The smell of our sweat attracts bugs. Now we have to wrap the bark in leaves. We're done, time to go. Why do you kiss the tree? If you touch and kiss the tree, the skin of your face will improve. It won't hurt after all the stings. And there are the local traditions, my friends. After coming back to the village, the Waorani start to make the deadly poison. Firstly, they take the river water and slowly add it to the ground bark. Why don't you just pour the water? Why do you do it with your mouth? This way I quickly warm it up. If you use cold water, the poison won't be as strong. It's like making coffee. Try to pour cold water over the coffee grounds. You'll see how long it'll take for the coffee to come to color and concentration. It's the same with the poison. Warm water dissolves and washes out toxic substances from the liana grounds much quicker. What's next? We wait for some time for the water to drip out. Drop by drop, the very curare appears, one of the most dangerous plant-derived poisons on Earth. It's been 2.5 hours. Water went through the bark that contains the poison. You can see a dark liquid in this spot. It looks like a very strong black tea, or even like coffee. The active ingredient of the curare poison was used in the USA to create the lethal injection substance. The death of curare is excruciating. The poison shuts down the muscles, including the respiratory ones. The victim stays conscious and dies of asphyxia. This is poison. You can taste it. Will I die or not? No, don't be afraid. You first. Let's do it together. Friends, this is one of the most dangerous poisons in the world. It's so gross! How did you like it? It's disgusting, so bitter. In all seriousness, if you read about it, you'll find out that curare poison is dangerous if it enters your blood. Entering the stomach, mixing with saliva and gastric juice, it's not deadly anymore. That's why I went to test it so bravely. Next, their tradition says to mix fresh juice with some of the old one that's been sitting for about 2 weeks. They have warmed it up, it bubbles, your poison is boiling over. Put out the fire. By mixing the fresh and the old portions of poison, the Waorani make it stronger. How long do you have to cook it? For 5 to 10 minutes. Tell me, who discovered the recipe for this poison? Our legend says that a Waorani once met a snake in the forest. He complained that he can't get enough food because his little arrows only allow him to catch small animals. The snake told him, "Don't worry, I will help you." It crawled in his quiver and put its venom on the arrowhead. It crawled back out and said, "From now on you will be hunting like I do." That's why our poison, similar to snake venom, it's not dangerous if you drink it, but if it enters the blood, it becomes deadly. Snake venom is not deadly if you drink it. I tried it myself in Cambodia. I drank venom of the most dangerous snake in the Southeast Asia, the cobra. As you can see, I'm still with you, even though it was 11 years ago. When the poison is bubbling, it forms a thick film. We rub it on the arrowhead. Then it has to dry as well. Otherwise, while piercing fur and skin on an animal, the poison will rub away. Warm blood dissolves dry poison and it starts acting. Soon we'll see how the curare works in the field. However, this is not the only poison used by the Waorani. Instead of the tackle, when fishing, local women use poison not less dangerous than the legendary curare. This is the barbasco tree. From it, we extract poison for fishing. Poison for fishing, my friends. How dangerous is it? Very dangerous. It can kill you. Its root is poisonous. So, if I eat this root, it's over for me. If you eat a very small amount, you'll get dizzy, your mouth will go numb, and you'll lose taste. Many children and young people don't believe that the poison is dangerous. They dared to test the root. Some of them died. When did it happen? 2 years ago. Can you imagine how many ways are there here in the Amazonia to kill a person, including the discreet ones? You mix this root into a person's salad, and if they don't know its flavor, if they don't taste it, that's it. When you mash it, it starts to smell strongly. By the way, wash your hands properly before you start eating. Traces of poison could have stayed there. The fundamental difference of the barbasco poison from the curare is that it starts to work when entering the system through the digestive tract, so you're better off not testing those roots. We have gathered this deadly poisonous root. How fast does it kill? It takes 2 to 3 minutes. Can you imagine 3 minutes and you're dead? 40 grams of juice from these roots suffice to kill an 80-kilogram man. The bunch that I'm holding produces 3 deadly doses. It's scary. Let's go fishing. Let's poison some fish. Why would you fish with the help of a substance that can not only kill the fish, but the fisher as well? However, the Waorani know exactly how to use the barbasco in a safe manner. I can only trust their knowledge and experience. We're in the forest. Probably there is some kind of river or lake. There is a trail here. They often go fishing. Imagine, this kind of fishing is as old as the tribe itself. Like most of the genius things, it was invented because of laziness. Because you have to stand there with the fishing rod. This way, you just throw the root in the water and the fish should float up to the top. The Waorani know how to get poison from the jungle, but that's not it. This forest can give them food, tools, medicine. However, it can also kill. The Waorani know the difference between the helpful and the harmful very well. Look, this is a medicinal tree. The liquid from it helps to cure infection in your mouth and bug stings. That's exactly what I need. I'm covered in bug stings. Is there some kind of antiseptic? Yes, it kills bacteria, heals cuts and little wounds. Yeah, surely. Tastes like medicine. Where can you get disinfectants here in the jungle? Here you go! This tree is a natural antiseptic, so the jungle pharmacy is doing its job. Next to the medicinal trees and herbs, we encounter some scary things in our way. Children fish a dead boar out of the river. Everyone gathers around. They think that this little boar was killed by a jaguar. Why do you think it was a jaguar? A jaguar always grabs its victim by the head. You can see the bite marks here. Its head is indeed pierced on both sides, with large fangs. It confirms that there's a jaguar out there. Plus, there are traces nearby. A jaguar is the biggest wildcat in South America. Its jaws are the largest and strongest of all felines. A jaguar can kill its victim with one bite to the head or neck. This beast can swim and dive and gather its food from water. You wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy to meet this predator in the wild. There's one more trail. Why hasn't the jaguar eaten it? The paw probably stuck in the mud, and the jaguar couldn't get it out. I want to ask this young and beautiful girl a question. You pulled this boar out of the water so bravely. Weren't you scared? In response, I only hear a merry laughter. These children grow in the jungle, and the jungle is their home, so they're absolutely not afraid of jaguars, of running to the river and grabbing a dead boar. Our children wouldn't even come close to a dead animal. This girl came, grabbed it, and pulled on it. They're children of the jungle. A jaguar is a special animal for the Waorani. They believe their tribe descended from a jaguar and a harpy, a bird of prey that inhabits Amazonian forests. The Waorani had a belief: if a person came back home unharmed after meeting a jaguar in the jungle, it means they made a deal with its spirit, so they can become a shaman, being able to see and cure illnesses. The indigenous people of different countries consider jaguars to be a symbol of power and strength. For example, they believe that an amulet made out of jaguar's tooth gives you an incredible strength. Following the footsteps of a jaguar, we proceed to the place of the unusual Amazonian fishing. A day in the life of Waorani looks scary to us. Dangerous poisons, wild predators use the same trails as children when going fishing. Guys, look at this tree. What a size, fantastic. That's the difference between Amazonian children and children who grow up in the city. They climb this tree like rockets. Very easily, using a thin liana, not afraid at all. They're very strong and skillful. How do you call this tree? Ceiba. You're 80 years old. Have you seen this tree when you were little? Yes. It was as big back then. About 75 years ago, when Minema was little, this tree was as big as now. She doesn't see a difference. It hasn't changed. This tree is hundreds of years old. The nature and the flora in particular are incredibly rich here. If you haven't managed to come back home from jungle before dark, it's better to spend the night under the tree. You'd be safer because the predators wouldn't be able to come close easily. This is a safe wall, or better to say a safe triangle. You only have to cover one side, make a fire, and you're safe. As you can see, the Waorani don't just go in the jungle recklessly ignoring the dangers. They know how to protect themselves from predators and where to get food or medicine if needed. Benim told me about this wild Amazonian garlic. It smells exactly like garlic. They say it's a medicinal herb. How do you use it? If something hurts, you put a leaf on the spot and the pain goes away. I see how you do it. You can make tea with it. It helps to cure every disease. It's the best medicine. We're still on our way to go fishing. Further? That's the spot. We'll start fishing any moment. In this paddle? But it's like 10 centimeters deep. You can see the bottom. If I would choose where to fish, I'd never think that you'd be able to catch something in here. I would try to find a deeper spot, like the one where we have found that boar. But these women know some kind of secret. You can see it under the leaves, but there's definitely plenty of fish. So let's go. Poison first. Of course, we have to make poison first. They mash the roots until the juice comes out. You can see that this juice is white, like milk. It smells like horseradish. We all eat it. I would think it was horseradish if someone added it to my salad. It splashes. A drop got into my eye. Will I die? One drop is not deadly. Your face might go a little numb. I can really feel a slight numbness around my eye, and it burns a little. It's not a sharp pain or something, rather some kind of pulsation. Is it normal? Don't worry, rinse with water and you'll be fine. I'm afraid there are puddles here. There's poison everywhere. Let's go fishing. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The wife of the chief first. Senora, please go ahead. Can you see it? She dropped the net in the water and it turned milky. The poison dissolved and now we wait for the fish to float up. The barbasco poison is very sneaky. It disrupts the metabolism in every cell of the body, the system starts lacking oxygen, and the fish floats up to the top. You only have to gather it. Is this water dangerous now? If you put your hands in it, is it okay that the child stands in it? It's safe to be in the water, just don't put your hands in the mouth afterwards. Let's go further. A little more of the white poison. She briefly drops the net in different spots. A little amount of poison remains in the water. It's logical that they do it in the shallow areas where there's not much water. The concentration of the poison is higher this way. Only after a few minutes they show me the first results. My friends, you can see our first fish. Not much. Children have more luck. Their fish is bigger and more cheerful. There's another fish stunned. It swims as if it was drunk, so I can easily catch it with the net. To be honest, it is tiny. Why do you need these little fishes? They're delicious. Early, when we had no fish and rods or hooks, it was our only way to fish. What a catch. There's another big one. This is a kind of family fish. They come here in small groups. Casually, in no hurry, they dissolve the poison and move downstream gathering the fish, because the poison also flows downstream. We're about to do it as well. There is a unique environment here in this wild tropical jungle, and this unique way of fishing definitely adds to it. The things you encounter on planet Earth, the traditions you see, it's 2021. Here you go. Let's be straight, this method has obvious pros and cons, at least one of each. It's surely very easy to catch fishes this way, but their number and size are a definite con. So, let's see how many do we have. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, and some little ones. So, about 30 fishes. It makes about 1.5 fishes for each one of you. Someone has probably fished here last week, so we haven't got a lot. We can make a soup, add some yucca, take some chicha, and you have a great meal. Guys, now I know, they coat these fishes to make a soup, an Amazonian fish soup. While men are hunting, women not even trying to hard catch some fish using poison and gifts of the jungle. Let's go before the fish has gone bad in the heat or has saturated with the poison, so you have to rinse it quickly. You surely have to be cautious, but in general it's safe to eat this fish. The dose of the poison deadly for the fish won't harm a person. I've caught a big fish. Do you know where is it? I'm off. Women went to make fish soup. Meanwhile, men are off hunting. In search of a prey, we move away from the village. There, look! What are you trying to show me? What do you see there? We look out for the prey. They go down the river and look if there are any animals or birds. They all started screaming and fussing. They're a monkey. The boatman turns the boat back. Look him run. It's slippery. He's there, deep in the jungle. I've lost him. They say it's a woolly spider monkey. 19 different kinds of monkeys inhabit in the Ecuadorian jungle. The Waorani mostly hunt the so-called woolly spider monkeys because they are the largest. They can weigh up to 10 kilograms. This hunt reminds me of a military landing operation. They rapidly left the boat and dashed in the forest. The whole group is pursuing the prey now. hunting is a usual way of getting food for the Waorani. They have resorted to it for centuries. Nothing has changed for the last couple hundreds of years, even though sometimes some of them go to the city and bring some canned food. We are trying to encircle the monkey. This way we have more chances to catch it. Monkeys are very quick. Chasing a monkey that dexterously flies from one tree branch to another one on a height of a couple dozen meters is very hard. But it's even harder to try and aim in these circumstances. The most important task of the hunters is to run down the prey for it to get tired and stop for a short while. Have you seen this? It's an artillery cannon by 4 men. I can see it. There it is. It's very high, about 25 to 30 meters high. No, he missed. He missed by a lot. By a lot. That was close, but the monkey got lucky. Leaves cover the monkey from beneath, and the arrows can go through it. It runs through the tops of the trees and hides from us. To be honest, guys, I'm rooting for the monkey to run away. There are 2 teams, the Waorani versus the monkey. I'm Team Monkey. It ran that way. There it is. It's moving. You can see it very well. Let's go. Trying to catch up with the Waorani, I can feel all the delights of the wild jungle. Bug bites, leaf burns. Everything is so prickly. All open parts of my body burn terribly. It feels like nettle of my arms and neck. They feel fine. They are very strong and used to this jungle. You can tell it's a strange place for a European, but they feel at home here. The Waorani are children of the jungle. They are the best hunters among the indigenous people of Ecuador. They are very quick and brisk. They have incredible eyesight and hearing. As people and inhabitants of this forest, they feel every living creature here. They can determine where a creature is by its breath. It runs that way. Look closely in his eyes. He's so excited and genuine. He doesn't even notice the camera on his head and our cameras that film him. Look in these eyes. There's fire. It's been 2 hours since we started chasing the monkey. The hunters are exhausted, so is the prey. It stops for a quick moment to catch its breath. It's here, on the branch. The monkey's tired. It's having difficulty running away from us. The hunters get a chance to aim. They exchange words among each other. They all see the monkey and shoot it from different directions. Did you hit it? It's a hit. They say he hit it. They wait for the monkey to lose consciousness and fall down. Either the poison is not strong enough or the monkey is too strong, but after a direct hit with an arrow, it goes on to run away. There it is. It's alive. Come on, you little monkey. I'm rooting for you. Run for your life. However, the Waorani don't give up and continue the pursuit. I hit it. They say 2 arrows hit it. Usually, if 2 or 3 arrows hit a monkey, it dies at once. This one is still alive, though. We have a belief. If we don't succeed killing it now, a family member might die. That's why you're trying so hard. Exactly. So you won't let it go alive? No, it won't survive. At this moment, the hunters are driven not as much by excitement, but by fear. Despite the fact that the Waorani became pretty civilized, their traditions remain to be the most important thing in their lives. They believe if this monkey stays alive, someone from their families might die. So it's crucial for the Waorani to kill this monkey. Now it's a matter of life and death. To understand that they truly believe it, you have to just look them in the eye when they are shooting their blowguns. Their eyes shine. The Waorani hunters look like they have gotten the second wind. Let's run. They are running again, despite what seems like a slim chance to hit an animal that hides in the branches 30 meters above the ground. And again you can see the monkey very well. It sits on a branch about 30 meters from the ground. The Waorani start to shoot from every angle, hoping that someone's arrow will work. One of the arrows becomes fatal for the monkey after all. That was an awesome hit, I hope you saw. It looks to be paralyzed. The poison starts to work. Gradually, it blocks the functioning of every muscle. The animal can't move or breathe. Now the tribe just waits for the prey to fall down. Move out of the way. It'll fall down any moment. Be careful. I was very hoping that monkey will go alive, but it's very cruel. What are you doing? It's a ritual that helps to be lucky in the next hunt, for the monkey not to be as fast. It's hard to believe. In 21st century, people still live by the laws of the jungle. I'm having a difficult time to watch and comment the process. It hurts. For Waorani, to kill a monkey is a normal routine. They have always lived this way and continue to do so. Look at their faces. For these guys, it's like a holiday. They're happy to have killed the monkey. According to their beliefs, their families are safe now. It's important to understand that it's a part of the local culture. The people who live here have always done it this way. I understand that the Waorani, who just recently have been an uncontacted group, continue to live by traditions and cultures of their ancestors. They have killed this monkey, not for fun, but for food. Even still, most of us, people from a different world, can hardly watch it calmly. Surely most of us eat chicken and pork, but we don't see the process that was shown to us by the Waorani. Everyone came back home with the prey. Women who have already eaten the fish soup got excited about the prey. You can see that everyone came to watch. Look at their reaction. It's just the way of life here. I want to turn around because I've got shivers down my spine seeing this. These people take it differently. Cooking a monkey is for them like frying a chicken for us. Firstly, I'm scorching the monkey, then removing its fur and innards, cutting it up into pieces, and it's ready to go to the pot of water. Some hunters are so hungry that they're not waiting for the monkey to cook. Do you eat the monkey raw? It's delicious. Taste it. I'll wait for it to cook. To tell you the truth, guys, I'm so shocked today that nothing can surprise me anymore. What we have seen today is for Europeans such a set of emotions that will probably take a year to digest. Guys, we came back from hunting, they cooked the monkey, and here comes another man who brought another monkey and a bird. He went hunting too. That confirms that the monkey is just usual food. Usually the villagers bring 1 or 2 monkeys, depending on how much is needed for a family. It's you who got it. Yes. A line is starting to form to cook a monkey. You can see one here. Here you go. A monkey is cooked. Now a normal Waorani dinner starts. The meat does not look as scary. However, if you look closely, you can see a little paw. Potatoes, meat. Which piece should I take? Take this one. A leg. What's that? Oh, man. Let's start. What can I say, guys? If you close your eyes, don't think it was a monkey and forget about the hunting. It tastes like veal. The meat is quite soft. It seems to be cooked with no spices. Have you seasoned the meat? With a bit of salt on it. Incredible. Give me the camera for a second. I want to check if my taste buds are right. Taste it? What do you say? The consistency and taste remind me of duck meat. Do you like it? Yes, because I'm hungry. Yes, you've been hunting for a whole day. If I wouldn't know it was a monkey, I would love it. It's delicious. However, the piece de resistance of the evening is not a monkey. We've already told you that chicha is both a meal and a drink, so now it's served as a drink. Yesterday, we chewed off some yucca, mixed it with our saliva and spat it in their pot. Now they're grabbing it with their unwashed hands and water it down. The tradition says for everyone to drink it out of one bowl. After what I've already seen, it scares me the least. What I'm afraid of is the content of the bowl. Drink a little at a time to enjoy the taste of chicha. Knowing how the drink was made, my mouth is not watering. To be more specific, it was already watered yesterday, directly into this bowl. But the tradition of our show at the Waorani Tribe says I have to taste chicha. There's no way around it. Drink it, they say, so I really have to do it. I spat in this bowl myself. I don't know, it doesn't taste revolting, but when I remember how she spat it out, and I'm on the verge of puking. If you put emotions aside, it tastes like a potato custard. Thank you, I tasted it. You can have it now. I made 3 sips. He devoured it. It tastes special, because in my spit, there are foreign bacteria in this chicha. That's why it's so sweet this time. So you can really taste the difference. If you were a woman, you would make great chicha. To be honest with you, to make myself do those 3 little sips was way harder for me than to eat a living worm, a maggot, or some rat's meat. It was very, very unpleasant. So today, my friends, we have had a glance at the underbelly of one of the most unique, interesting Aboriginal tribes of South America. How do you say thank in your own language? Baponi? Baponi! Dakuyu. You're great. I thank you all. See you. Next on the World Inside Out, the final and the most important part of the Waorani expedition, we start our special operation. We'll conduct an unprecedented investigation. The missioners have found a sandbag like this one and landed their plane here. We'll find out why the Waorani killed the explorers. He made quick and direct strikes with his spear, who came to build a peaceful relationship with the tribe. The plane was pierced with the spears and the missioners were killed. We'll get to hear a shocking confession of the killer. We ran out of the bushes and attacked. I don't know who this man was, I just stabbed him to death. We'll try to understand why the uncontacted people kill so easy. Did your father kill your father? Yes, and my sister was buried alive together with him. We'll hear a confession that completely changed my attitude towards the indigenous people. I'll still pray to God for forgiveness. It's the end of the real Waorani. The World Inside Out with Dmytro Komarov.